with you another book in this series. It's called We Fell Apart by E. Lockhart. And I shared with you earlier this year these other two, We Were Liars and then Family of Liars. We Were Liars, they made into a series that streamed on, I think it was on Prime, or maybe it was on Netflix. I don't remember. And then Family of Liars I read this summer, and this one I just finished maybe like a week ago. Oops, wrong way. So this one you definitely should not read unless you have read the first one with the We Were Liars book, because there are spoilers in the We Fell Apart book. And it has different characters in it, but it definitely references characters from the first book. I don't think it would spoil anything if you read the Family of Liars first, because that's almost like a prequel to We Were Liars. So, yeah, but if you read either one of those or you watched the series, this would be a good one to pick up. I'm going to read just like the first two chapters. They're very short. It's about a girl named Matilda, and she is 18 years old, and she discovers that she has this father that she's never met. And her mother she's not really that close to her mother. Her mother has had a lot of different boyfriends, and they've kind of moved around pretty often. And so she's trying to find some like stability in her life. And so when she receives this email from this father that she's never met, she decides that she wants to meet him. And so he invites her to his seaside home in Hidden Beach. And once she gets there, she meets this whole like kind of cast of characters. This boy who is her half brother, and then these other two boys. One was a child's star, like who was in different like TV shows and movies. And then this other guy, Tatum, who at first she doesn't like, and then some romance develops between them. So I'm going to read the first two chapters. It was a very quick read. I did listen to some of it on audio. I've been doing that, kind of switching back and forth between audio and reading, which has been great. So if you can also pick up like the audio as well, then it kind of makes it go a lot faster too. So part one, Matilda. It was a bad place to fall in love. On the property called Hidden Beach, a wooden castle stood on a monstrous cliff. It was a place of barbecues, sunblock, acoustic guitars, and midnight swims. Oil paint, intrusive briars, hungry dogs, drawings on skin, terrible lies, and long afternoons at the edge of the sea. The three boys who lived in the castle followed strange rules, fended for themselves, and became the whole world to each other, keeping their secrets locked in a tower. They were prisoners in an endless idyll. There was something rotten there, like a bowl of beautiful berries gone putrid in the heat. I was 18, a cold cup of tea, unwanted. I had an arsenal of weapons. I was the bringer of madness. When he first began building the castle on the cliff, my father's friends traveled to see him. People slept in half-constructed towers and outbuildings. They even slept in tents on the lawn. They cooked clams in bonfires on the beach and threw themselves into the ocean waves on hungover mornings. The idea was that they'd live apart from the rest of the world, free of obligations and conventional beliefs. Some of those friends didn't leave for years. They took up lives in the towers and the pool house. They played guitar, wrote poetry, took photographs, and wove tapestries. They took drugs and raised children, and they modeled for my father. He spent his days with paintbrush in hand, capturing the faces and bodies of his friends, the frenzy of the sea at his feet. That's all over now. Chapter 2. My name is Matilda Avalon Klein. I am the only child of Isadora Herschel Klein. My mother escaped her parents pretty young. They told her she was worthless, and she disagreed. She spoke to them as little as possible when they were alive. It was better to keep away, and now they're gone. She and I have always been a family of two. If I asked about a dad, Isadora told me we were better off without him and left it at that. The details never seemed important. Then, midway through the summer after I graduate high school, my father introduces himself by email. Matilda, this is Kingsley Cello. I am an artist. I am your father. I know I have never been in your life, but I'd like to change that. There is a painting I want to give to you. Please come to see me at Hidden Beach for a visit. I never even knew my father's name until today. And maybe I should hate this guy, Kingsley, for never being around, for whatever he did to Isadora. But instead, his stilted note makes the world begin to hum. Think of it like you unlock a secret level you never even imagined was in a game. It's an invitation to go to an unexpected direction. Today, I am invited to a hidden beach. Waiting there for me is the father I never thought I'd meet. When I search for him online, I realize the level I've unlocked is massive. Kingsley Cello is just about as famous as a living painter gets. There are hundreds of hits, articles in fancy-sounding art magazines, and reviews of solo exhibits at major museums. Here are questions the search engine pops up when I look for his name. What is Kingsley Cello best known for? Controversial neoclassic paintings. I have no clue what that even means. What is important about Kingsley Cello? The artist's dark vision and fairy tale interpretations have influenced many other artists. What was the scandal about Kingsley Cello? In his 2012 Whitney Museum show, Cello's extremely violent painting, Prince of Denmark, enraged critics. Where does Kingsley Cello live? The reclusive artist does not disclose his place of residence. I searched dollar value of Kingsley Cello paintings. They average $2 million. So, like I said, Matilda does end up going because she wants to meet her father, and she meets these 3 boys that live in this castle that her father had built, and she kind of discovers a lot of different things. There was a lot of secrets in the family, and it ties back to the We Were Liars. So if you're interested, check this one out.